Harry Potter is in the building.
We can open with that.
You don't say Harry Potter, right?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter!
Who's the best person who says Potter?
Snape.
Yes, that's the answer I was looking for.
How do you know it? How do you guys know Snape?
Severus? Good old Severus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been around, bro. He's been around for a while.
He's a very cherished figure in my world.
You hate him, right?
वहाँ से भी हो रहा है क्या shoot?
No, actually.
You don't hate him?
I used to. I had this thing with him. Where
Yeah.
I used to think that
He did your mom,
he was
right?
trying. Not from
For a
what
bit.
I've heard.
For a bit.
From what I heard, no. I heard he was a
tapping that
loser.
Snape was tapping that.
Rest in peace, good old lady.
Good old Lily.
Lily, yeah, Lily. Forgot her name.
Is
Lily
this,
Potter.
is this what you guys do? You have guests on and you insult their mothers?
I mean,
Yeah, guess who think that Harry Potter.
delusional guess, yes.
Okay, guys, come on. What is this? What is this?
Okay.
Sorry, Harry.
What are we doing?
You guys were talking about karaoke. It
Mm.
reminded me of something. This one time I had gone for karaoke night, and this girl that I used to date had come with her new boyfriend.
Ooh.
So I sang Enrique, Somebody Loves You.
Somebody loves you.
Somebody loves you.
Why would you sing that?
Somebody needs you.
Oh, yeah. Just I thought it'll be like a...
Breathe.
I know what I was
about
thinking.
you every single night.
Oh, you just wanted to make it easier for her to get over you.
Yeah, I think it
It's
did.
like the-
You actually
Exactly
did
that.
this or this is a joke?
No, I did it.
Oh god.
Shit.
I did it.
Damn.
Stewie was also there.
Of
He also
course.
sang with me. Because if I would have done it alone, it would have been weird.
It would have been cooler if you did it alone.
You had
know
a
what? This is
karaoke-
how I feel.
You had a karaoke phase, didn't you?
Yeah.
Dude, I still
What
love
was-
karaoke.
You used to sing Baby every time. That was a hit though.
Justin Bieber.
Baby would get you over with the crowd.
Baby wins a crowd.
Record हो
man.
रहा है ना भाई सब?
Yeah.
Let's go, bhai.
Yeah.
Under an hour this time.
What's up, guys? What's happening? Lil bro.
Yeah, Ali's on today.
Other bro. Yugu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening? Can we go...
Outfits?
Yeah, what's happening here?
What are you talking about?
You see nothing weird with the outfit you got going on there?
I mean, yours is pretty weird. I don't know about me. I feel like I'm dressed out in my best clothes. I actually found this in Amin's wardrobe, which
सवाल
Yeah, what's up with that?
सवाल अभी यहाँ पे
I
उठेगा.
got this at a hotel.
Stole it or?
It's a gay hotel. For real.
The entire hotel is gay.
Yeah, Lalit, Mumbai is a gay hotel.
It's not a gay hotel. It's
it took 5 seconds to
It
go
is,
in
they
that
have a gay
direction.
club.
This
they have a gay club, but everyone's welcome there. It's not like if
conversation. Actually,
It's not like
it
if
might
you're-
not have been Amin's closet then.
Inclusive
This is something-
bolte hai.
Inclusive, yeah,
It's
that's-
an inclusive hotel and
Yeah.
they gave these robes.
that is thoughtful.
Well, I thought it looked cool.
Yeah. Thought you'd rock the
I
gay robe.
what about you? What's your
This?
That's
I
all
love
him.
this. That's all.
That's all Yugu.
Amin looks fine.
I look like...
This is what he usually wears. I
see,
don't know
it looks
what's
it
wrong
looks
with
like weird now. But if I do this, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's Hrithik Roshan.
Yes.
Ah,
It's Hrithik from
yes.
Kaho Na Pyar Hai.
Hrithik from every movie in the 2000s.
That is
Dude.
true.
He'd wear these tight leather pants
Yeah.
and like a jacket.
Have you guys seen that video
Yeah.
of him while they're shooting Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum?
Who's that lady?
There's some British lady or some American lady, and
Yeah.
he's wearing like a woman's outfit,
You know.
and she's like, "What are you wearing?"
Yeah, she tells him he looks like a girl or something. Like something a girl would wear, and then he gets conscious and he's like, "Guys."
Yeah, she makes him change.
Yeah, it's that whole situation for him. I think must have been weird, because that woman didn't know who he was. She knew there's a movie going on. She didn't know he's a hero.
इंडिया का कोई मूवी हो
कोई
रहा
तो
है
movie हो रहा है. She's like, क्या पहन के आया है?
Yeah.
It's so Yeah.
It adds up now. Isn't that a Karan Johar movie?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. Complete sense now. Why Hrithik Roshan was wearing the clothes that he was wearing. Sleeveless.
Yeah.
Karan just wanted to see him like that.
I think Karan, all the heroes that he has, he gets the outfits and costumes done personally. Like he
Yeah.
has his eye on, what's going on there.
Yeah. He gets that's what he is so good at. He gets like the feminine side of every hero, every actor out.
शाहरुख का तो निकाला है उसने.
क्या?
Feminine side.
अच्छा. Okay guys, I'm gonna retire the glasses for now.
Bro, these glasses are gonna get us into trouble.
I can't think straight.
Yeah, with that outfit.
I don't know if this is an episode for thinking straight.
Yeah.
Might be. I don't know. It's your show. Sorry. Go on.
No, but those movies had something about them for sure. Like I don't know what it was, but there was like that grand feeling.
Yeah.
You would watch them and you'd be like, whoa.
Charisma.
Yeah, especially the music.
That was a part of it too, right?
That's Dhoom.
Yeah, that's
a different
Dhoom.
movie.
Yeah.
That was
Even
not
Dhoom.
by Kedro.
No.
Dhoom is Yograj films.
Yeah.
Aditya Chopra. He also made some.
Oh, bangers, man.
Yeah.
These two are like the big two, big three, right?
Yeah. For making like commercially big films.
Yeah.
Aditya Chopra is the one who is no more, or
No,
is
no,
that-
no.
Father.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. They made that whole Netflix.
Series about him.
Yeah. The pura Bollywood ka PR package. 3 episodes long. Yeah. But it was pretty cool. Those films for the time, I think they were solid. It was an escape now for the people.
Yeah.
They were like, shit, like we'll see things that we'll never see before.
Switzerland.
Like लोगों को भाई पूरे देश के लोगों को घुमा रहे थे. Like they would, like in a good way, they were taking them, making them travel.
Yeah.
Because majority of this country won't ever be able to go to those places. So they were going there through cinema.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Mr. Potter?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like in this, I feel like I'm one of those people who would go out and see. So I'm not sure if I can entirely relate.
No, but you have nothing to say about Bollywood films from that time?
No.
Which ones did you watch? Did you watch any?
Oh, I loved the one with Jadoo, Main Hoon Na.
मैं हूँ ना.
Oh, I cried.
Main Hoon Na wasn't
I cried
Jadoo
so
wala.
much.
मैं हूँ ना नहीं, कोई मिल गया.
Koi
Koi
Mil
Mil
Gaya.
Gaya.
मैं हूँ ना
Right, Main
also.
Hoon Na also.
Oh, I love Main Hoon Na, bro. What a fucking movie
That
that
was a good movie.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Hilarious.
Farah
Great
Khan.
comedy.
Shout out to Farah Khan.
Great comedy. You don't have, I mean, it was drama, but there was a lot of really nice comedy with that professor
Jo thukta tha.
who would spit a lot.
Yeah.
Surprised how that's not a Karan Johar movie, but
That's what Farah Khan does, right? She makes like really goofy movies, but that are still dramatic.
Yeah.
Like Om Shanti Om also.
yes, she has a knack with like just absurdity, but doing it well.
Mm.
Yeah. She's got great taste, I think. Like the kind of stuff that she put together. And when you see a Farah Khan movie, you know it's a Farah Khan movie. And also you just know that set pe, there's like ultimate vibes.
Yeah.
Like everyone's improving shit, doing their own thing, coming up with new stuff.
Everyone's having fun on set. Yeah.
That's what I like about those films. अभी तो नहीं बनाते भाई वैसे movies.
I think they're making some. I think she's making some movies now. It's
She
yet
said
to come
yes,
out.
there's stuff coming.
Yeah.
अभी तो खाना ही बना रही है भाई वो.
She's making reels, man.
She's on
And their
YouTube.
cook is roasting her for
Yeah.
no reason.
She's got a channel on YouTube where she cooks with all these people. She goes to their houses, cooks food for them,
Damn,
cooks
that's
food
a-
with them,
Bollywood.
cooking with Farah or something. It's called. It's interesting. She seems cool. She seems like a nice.
She seems fun. She seems like one of those people who just has a big appetite for life.
Oh, okay. I thought you would stop her appetite.
Maybe
She has a
does
big
she?
appetite also, bro. She makes that roast chicken, which is famous.
Yeah,
Okay.
looks fire.
She's a foodie, matlab.
हाँ.
है तो.
हाँ.
She had triplets, bro. You remember
has
when that was a thing?
Plits. Damn.
She gave birth to 3 kids at once.
Shit.
Okay. Okay.
That's
All of them made it.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, they had
the
everyone,
space to work
they had
with.
the fair share
Yeah.
of space to
Yeah.
develop into fully grown babies.
Yeah. You could probably stretch in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All our roast chicken.
It's going to good use.
The roast chicken she makes isn't even roast chicken. She just calls it roast chicken.
What is it?
Yeah,
It's just
fried
fried chicken.
on the stove.
Okay. Not in the oven.
Mm-mm.
Isn't
She puts a whole chicken in like oil, and I think she puts masala and stuff on
Yeah.
it. It looks very delicious.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't know a lot about roast chicken and meat.
Tu
But-
to pura
Yeah.
vegetarian.
Yeah.
You think that'll ever change?
I don't think so. Why would it change now after 26 years?
Maybe you develop an autoimmune disease which forces you to go
Become
on a
Jordan
restrictive
Peterson.
diet. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that happens, I hope it doesn't. But I like eating veg food. I just
got
enjoy it. Yeah.
Veg food has its appeal
It
That's
does.
to some people. But I don't think I think in my life, overall, like 3 times I felt like, aaj kuch veg khate hai.
Okay, in 26 years.
Yeah. 3 times that I remember maybe. Like,
Yeah, but
I had a phase where I was like, fuck everything. Like, I care about animals and this and that.
This is for a girl or something?
No, just I went down this crazy rabbit hole of veganism and so all these people who would go and do interviews road pe and they would like swindle like those people who have trained in debating and arguing.
Yeah.
They have everything ready. So they would go and convince people ki fuck you're murderers, you're killing and ye wo. So I went through that whole thing and I was like, this guy makes sense. So then I switched also for like a month. All of us did together. Me, Ali, my mom.
Damn. Lasted for a month.
Yeah. Then
Good run, I think.
we just got really skinny and tired and like
Everyone's pissed off at each other.
Yeah, no
All is
energy.
hungry. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Then I was like, nahi.
And everything was very expensive also. And we didn't have a lot of, and there were not many options, just vegan options.
But I think since we've started watching Animal Planet together, you don't feel differently about animals?
No, I love
They have to go thousands of kilometers just to find
so
one
inspiring. Makes you...
And you just eat them, man.
No, but not
it's
those
delivered
animals.
to you at home.
But not those animals, like
Yeah, I'm
elephants
not-
and ye wo.
Yeah, I'm not fighting against it. I'm just saying it's, you could just have the...
The
paneer.
The idea of how that food comes to our table, I still don't like.
Yeah.
So if I ever stop eating meat, it'll be because of that. Yes, of factory farming, वगैरह. Like you're breeding chicken just to kill them, and they're just like, that's not even an animal anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's just...
Yeah, but it's not even that. We don't even know where these chicken are coming from.
Yeah.
Where these chicks are coming from, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like the chicken that we have no idea where it's growing.
Idhar hi niche market mein.
No, but we don't know where. They bring them there, but from where?
Yeah, who's the distributor? कहाँ से आ रहा है वो?
Are there any content creators in India who do documentaries like this?
I'm not sure. But that's the thing,
Interesting
like
content
that's
idea.
my problem with eating meat.
Testing, right? That's what Brian
No,
Johnson...
testing is one thing. It's like if I were to go and hunt myself, like whatever I want to eat.
With that outfit, I think you can go.
Perfect outfit.
Yeah, that's the perfect
Yeah.
with a bow.
Yeah.
No, if I were to hunt, go in the wild, where a place where it's allowed, and you hunt whatever animal that you want. Whatever animal, like you can't hunt chicken or cows or like.
You don't need to hunt them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You
But
could. Why couldn't you?
Hunt a
What?
chicken?
Yeah. There's
What's
wild
wrong
chicken.
with you, Harry?
There's wild chicken? What do you mean? Why wouldn't you hunt a chicken? What's wrong with hunting a chicken?
because chicken is, I don't know where you find chicken just out and about, except like someone's
I think
farm.
there's whatever. Wild, there might be wild species also.
Like when Joe Rogan talks about how he like hunts elk. And वो 1 साल चलता है
yeah.
उसके घर में, or like he gives it to people around and they all
Yeah.
eat it. I think that's like if you were to eat meat, that's the way to go about it. नहीं तो ये दुकान से खरीद के कहाँ से आ रहा है, क्या उसमें, what chemicals they're putting in it, how are those chicken treated in the first place. That chicken who's been at a farm, just born to be killed, assigned cramped spaces, it's lived a fuck all life, and I think that ruins the meat also. Like if a chicken has lived a stressful life, all the hormones that are secreted.
Yeah, the hormones that the chicken secretes before it dies.
Yeah.
That really puts me off. Like that really pushes me very far from.
तू chicken momo बराबर खाता है.
पर भाई वो शेजवान चटनी crazy होता है. I can't really tell. Once I can't tell, I feel like it's fine.
But now the way I eat food, it's just like, bro, I'm like a robot only.
Yeah.
I eat the same thing every day.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing, barely any spices, nothing, just like rice, chicken, curd, vegetables.
Yeah.
Vegetables also, that's the same thing now. That's the problem here. Where you're saying, I don't know where the chicken is coming from, you don't know where the vegetables are also coming from.
I think it's easier to track vegetables to the source.
हाँ, but वो source में क्या हो रहा है वो भी है ना.
Source में क्या हो रहा है वो तो
chemicals जा रहे हैं, insecticides, pesticides, fertilizers. So as long as you're living in a city, unless you have a farm of your own somewhere far or udhar se you're getting stuff, there's no way to like ethically eat the right things and like be happy and say I have only organic. On like Swiggy and Zepto, Blinkit, you have two options for each vegetable. One is organic and one is normal.
So expensive and cheap.
Organic is obviously more expensive. I always pick the organic. But that also costs. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, it's just like to tell yourself. At least I try to do the right thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And you will be able to tell the difference once you eat actual organic stuff. When you go to a village or waka tu khana khayega. Bro, it's just different.
Yeah.
Like what we eat here is, I don't know, like food has lost its value.
What have you had? Village food?
No, not village food, but like even if you go to, like when we go to Mangalore, the food that we eat is more fresh. Even when you go to Goa, like just know the food is more fresh.
I think the distance between there though, like a Mangalore or a Goa, you can literally just, if you're having seafood, you know where it's coming from. Like it's you know exactly where it's coming from, and like the source you can track fully. तेरे सामने ही हो रहा है सब.
और वो fresh हो रहा है. सुबह को जाके आदमी, like a man is going to fish in the morning, on the afternoon it's on your plate.
It's being served.
Yeah, fish that way has that going for it, but you can't eat a lot of fish because of mercury.
The planet.
No.
Yes, the planet gets mad.
I don't know.
And there's a prophecy.
Mercury, the chemical, not chemical.
Element.
The element, mercury.
Yeah. You can't have mercury, the element.
Mercury. So if you have a lot of fish, you can get mercury poisoning.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what happens?
I don't know, but it's not good for
I mean,
you.
if it's poison, I'm assuming it's bad.
It's not good. It's a heavy metal. You want to avoid heavy metals in your diet past a certain point. And seafood is the biggest source of mercury poisoning.
It's so, like, it's
a lot of it. Like, you have to eat.
Unfortunate that no one has taught about food at all.
True.
कि हमारे माँ बाप को किसने खाने के बारे में कुछ सिखाया नहीं है कि बच्चों को क्या खिलाना चाहिए. Like they've just heard stuff from like grandparents and this old people. They're like, इसको ये खिलाओ, उसको वो खिलाओ. Like they know in school they used to teach us balanced diet. Like you should have vitamins and ये वो. But like no one has taught you how to make a plan, like a nutrition plan, diet plan.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you feeding your kids?
Yeah.
मम्मी बच्चे को बॉर्नविटा और बourbon biscuit दे रही है.
Yeah.
Fucking delicious. I'm not
I would
lie.
chuck that shit every morning, dude.
But it's like, what are you putting into your child?
Yeah, just sugar in the morning. And बच्चा तो भागता था भाई PT period में फिर. He's fucking running around in the assembly.
Complan.
I had a lot of Complan.
Yeah,
they sold me that height shit, man. And it didn't work, bro.
Good marketing, but obviously.
Is it still available?
Yeah, they're still selling their whole shtick is you will grow taller.
Complan was for height.
Yeah.
Bonvita was just like intelligence.
You will get smarter. And they had these yellow dots or something that they said ki ye khaoge to it'll make you smarter or something.
Boost was for speed.
Boost is the secret to my energy.
Yeah, energy.
Yeah, energy. Yeah.
And that's just chocolate also.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Milo. What did Milo do?
Was just random. Milo stopped trying. They would just show kids playing cricket.
Some kids would be proud. They'd be like, I only have Milo.
It's popular in Southeast Asian countries.
Milo?
Yeah, in Malaysia, Indonesia, I think.
Milo.
Yeah, I think it's popular there.
उस पे एक गाना भी बना था ना?
Milo पे.
Salman Khan song. Yo Milo.
Right.
Yo Milo.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
I always found it weird. I was like, why the fuck have they made a song about this?
Yeah, I think after that, a lot of kids started having it. Yeah.
But I was trying to say कि कोई सिखाता नहीं.
कोई सिखाता नहीं. Yeah, I mean, they didn't know, man. They didn't know.
क्या खाना चाहिए, क्या खिलाना चाहिए.
Yeah.
And then फिर तुम school जाके you're fucking on sugar all the time.
Yeah.
You're gonna bounce around the
Do you
class.
remember what
Then the
we used
teacher's
to have
yelling
for
at you.
breakfast in school?
What? Patties?
Patties is a pretty decent start to your day, I'd say.
Yeah, but it's nutritionally it's terrible. But we used to have donuts
Ooh.
in school.
वो मैदा वाला.
Sugary donuts. God knows how they've been
And
made.
when I say donuts, you might think it's like, oh, kya fancy school. Donut matlab wo, that fried brown donut with that
The hole is really small.
हाँ. वो tight वाला donut जो आता मोटा वाला.
Yeah, you get it for like $10.
Completely inconsistent in shape and size. Each one.
Yeah. Each one is different.
Just
5 rupees, bro.
5 rupees.
5 rupees for a donut. So
Damn.
just imagine like what went in that. And we thought it's like, we used to think it's lame to bring tiffin from home. All the cool kids eat from the canteen. All the cool kids are eating donuts.
Donuts. And we used to get soya milk.
Soya milk. That's healthy, right? Supposedly.
Not really. No. Not for men, I think. I think it's hard to say with these things because there's all sorts of studies on them. Like there'll be some studies I'll say it's fine. There'll be some studies I'll say it is only fine within a certain capacity, that if you drink it more than you should, then it's estrogenic for men. That's the whole thing with soya. And it's also the problem with how soya is grown. It's not really grown well. And so, yeah, that's one of the that's the case against it. The case for it is they say it has protein and this and that, so people use it as a substitute. But from whatever sources that I have heard about soya or seen or read, it's pretty divided. So I just stay away from it.
It's a hit or miss, bro. I think once in a while you can have it. It's fine. I hated it. I like
Why
the
did
milk.
you have it so much?
Soya milk
cool
I
thing
liked.
to do?
No, I like soy milk.
Were you trying to impress the girls in school with
No,
having
I
soy
just
milk?
liked it, bro. And I thought it's good for me. That's all. I was like, ठीक है मैं वो donut खा रहा हूँ उसके साथ कुछ तो मतलब.
Gotta compensate somehow.
Milk and donut.
The kids would eat like chapati and jam.
It's not a bad.
क्या है उसमें भाई? Sugar and
Affordable. Huh?
It's just sugar. Carbs get
Chapati,
converted
jam.
into sugar. Jam is sugar.
Chapati and sugar. Literally.
Food
Crazy.
science is important, bro. I sent Yugu a reel in which they were
Palak
talking
paneer.
about how palak paneer is such
bad.
a stupid combination of food.
Why?
Because palak is iron
Yeah.
and paneer is calcium.
Yeah.
And they just like work against each other.
Oh, they don't.
And you're eating it together.
It's like a straight and a ghee.
So you're getting the worst of both instead of getting the best of both.
Right.
It just tastes nice.
It tastes nice, tastes
Yeah.
great, but who's gonna tell? Like aisa.
It's hard to tell with food. I think we don't know what the ideal diet is for people, which is crazy to think about.
But abhi science hai na. So before, how it used to be, like they made food based on, first it was availability. Like, oh, you hunted some animal and you have fire, so you just roast it on that and eat it. That's the only thing. There's no spices, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Then they made salt and they made spices. I was like, okay, now let's focus on taste because the availability is there. Then food was made based on taste. now that we have all the data, it's like you have to make new dishes, bro. Why are we still eating the stuff from like thousands of years ago?
Yeah.
It's proven. Maybe that's why.
It's also...
I mean, it's just habit, right?
It's habit. Yeah.
Your mom will cook only the stuff that she knows. How often is it that they'll go and find new recipes and they'll be like, oh, this. Now I think that's happening.
It's happening now. Yeah.
Mere time pe to, like, the nutrients wasn't ever like the soul. It wasn't the focus.
Considered, yeah.
Yeah, for why this is being made at home.
Pet bharna chahiye, bhai. That was like most people's goals, right? Like everyone should like eat till they have enough, so that they're not hungry.
Yeah.
Nutrition was pretty secondary.
But something that's interesting about this is that certain regions, their diets now, with data, are seeming to be better overall. Like they're more balanced and they can give you your daily nutrient requirements. For example, a Mediterranean diet, that seems to be the winning diet pretty much.
What consists of a...
Mediterranean diet is, I think, like pulses, beans, meat, vegetables, and olive oil, hummus, stuff like that. Like that sort of diet. I think that is pointing to be a good diet. So I think that's interesting how some regions, their diets are more complete, and we're seeing that now. So we can learn from it. And there's with the diet, there's also another thing, like you said, it's about availability. Certain regions, they didn't have access to these kind of foods, but it's only now with technology that people can access food from anywhere pretty much.
Yeah. But
cost is still an issue, but
that's the thing now we have to figure out. For like one of the biggest problems in India is nutrition. And that affects everything, bro. Like literally everything that whatever problems are there, a lot of it goes back to nutrition. Because India in the past, like from when the British were there and even slightly before that, the way things turned out, the whole country as a whole became malnourished.
Yeah.
So how is that not going to affect the people, the way they think, their thinking capacity, their IQ?
Yeah, everything, man. It's gonna trickle down.
it's true. We don't know the degree to which basic things in life tend to affect us. Nutrition being one of them, sleep being another. Like since I have started sleeping properly, I feel like a different person. I feel much more stable, much more energized. So I feel much more stable.
Energized.
Yeah.
No, the sleep things, ever since we spoke to Brian Johnson,
we all kind of
trying to implement it. And hai bhai, uske to, he had said everything in your life will become better if you sleep well, and it was true.
True, it's true. Yeah.
Like it's a whole thing now. For me, I realized this weekend. I had a gig in Pune. So through the week, I did everything right. Slept well, ate well, worked out, did everything well. The night before I went to Pune, I couldn't sleep well. So I just slept for like 1 hour and a half.
What?
Neend hi nahi aa rahi thi.
You didn't sleep the entire night?
It's terrible.
And then I had to go in the morning to Pune.
Okay. Something keeping you awake?
No, just like I was with someone, but we both were like, why can't we sleep?
Because you're with each other, that's why.
No, but नींद तो आती है ना भाई.
मेरे को तो बहुत आती है.
नींद आती है, but you can like fight it, but नींद नहीं आ रही थी. So we were like, ठीक है, अभी now we'll go.
Okay.
I slept for an hour maybe in the cab, and once I reached Pune, I slept for another hour. But I woke up, energy was fine, everything was fine. I went, did the gig went great, everything. Then I realized, okay, like if you do 6 nights of good sleep, one night you mess up, those 6 nights will make up for it.
I don't think it... Does it work that way? I don't think it works that
experience,
way.
I was like, me being good for the whole week. If I was bad for the whole week, then again not slept that night before I would probably be just drained, but I had the energy. Like it was like I was fine.
Okay, what were you saying, Ali?
I wasn't.
I thought
I
you
was
were
saying small
in
things
your
like this have an effect that we don't really know. Yeah. I wasn't. He was. Go on.
No, then I figured, okay, like with this whole DJing thing, it usually happens over the weekend, and DJing makes you sleep late. Sometimes there's drinking, your food, and if you're traveling, your food is up and down. So I was like, if I want to do this DJing thing well, I have to make sure my week is great.
Yeah.
Through the week, I'm great. I'm a good boy. I'm doing everything right. Weekend, I can fuck around.
Yeah.
And this like gives me that luxury. तो अगर तुम्हें पार्टी भी करना है तो you have to be good in the week. Otherwise,
Yes. Yeah. It's. I was thinking about this today in the context of, let's say, having nachos. So we were watching something and
Animal Planet.
We were watching Planet Earth 2. It is crazy. It's a really good show on Netflix. And there was this scene where there's all these tiny baby crabs that have to cross the road and get to the forest. And before they make their journey, this giant mother crab comes on, which looks like that Pokemon.
Kingler.
And then it starts just eating these tiny baby crabs.
It's munching on it, bro. Like
and then he said like nachos. So then I was like, it's been a while since I had nachos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, now I can probably have a plate of nachos and it'll be fine. Because I've been doing so well. I've been eating well. I've been sleeping well. I've been exercising. So I'm like, I can afford to have a plate of nachos.
That's why you do that, no?
So that you can
enjoy.
Exactly.
So you can enjoy all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's so stupid to just like cut out everything.
It's really hard too. You're gonna relapse. Like you.
Hard to nahi hai. Cause if you want to do it, you'll do it. But it's stupid. Like why would you give up on those luxuries? Matlab, like there's like really tasty food out there.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call it a luxury. I think once you get to that point where you are cutting these things out of your life, and once you see how good it is on the other side, you no longer see them as luxuries.
Of course, but I'm saying as human beings, we like culinary and gastronomy. There are these fields that people have put in a lot of time and effort to make these delicious things, right? And they've come up with all this stuff. A lot of it is not healthy, but it's still there. Like you can still enjoy it. Why would you rob yourself of that pleasure? Like you have nachos, it tastes fucking great. Or you have like a
salsa.
I don't know, like you have a cheeseburger with fries and Coke.
Oof.
It's tasty, bro.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
None of this is like healthy stuff.
Yeah.
But kyun nahi?
This is interesting, you know. We could get into this conversation if you want. I think, but you stop perceiving the world that way at a certain point. So what you're saying about this will no longer be true experientially.
The experience of having a burger and
It won't
having
feel
a
good.
Coke. It won't feel good.
It won't feel good.
Sometimes it still does.
Dude, it still feels good, man.
So the thing is, it doesn't feel... Wait. So most times, almost every time, I would pick the healthier option, which is my daily meal. I would pick that. I'm happy with picking that almost all the time. But once in a while, like I'm like, okay, today I don't feel like complying. I know it's not healthy. I don't want to be healthy today. Fuck it. Like, who cares?
It's a choice.
It's a choice. Like you
Like
can be a...
Like the robe. It's a choice. You know, you do it once in a while.
What are you trying to say?
That it's a really nice robe.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's the thing,
delicious.
you can be naughty once in a while. And you know your limits. You know your limits. Like, I know having
That's
a
good.
burger, fries and a Coke in the grand scheme of things is so inconsequential. Right? But if you have that 3 times a week, it's consequential. If you have it once a month, it's not.
Yeah.
That's like, who cares?
True.
So you want to have a burger today after this episode?
No burger today. Today, I don't know what I want to have today. We'll figure it out after.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should go have a nice meal.
Yeah.
And this, ever since health has come into our life.
It's really changed our daily
How
lives,
has it
I
changed
think.
you, Yugu?
Me?
Yes. Wait,
Dude.
sorry. That sounded a bit sarcastic. This is a genuine question.
I
In what
I've
ways?
got you, man.
In what ways have you noticed any changes?
Physically, I'm a lot like I'm in shape. I'm
Did you
getting
just
in
do a
shape.
retake of your question?
Yes.
It won't be cut, but
No, that's fine.
yeah, I feel like I'm in a really good mindset also now. I've been working out every single day, or at least 4 times a week. I've been
Okay.
eating like you guys the same, in paneer in like some other shape or form in every single day. And it's like it's about breaking those bad habits, that I've had over the years. Trying to cut a lot of them off. A lot
Yeah,
of them are
that's great.
still, hard to kill. Like I'm fighting every day.
I love that phrasing. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but most of them were food related though, and they're gone. Like, but I will have
Oh, yeah,
one
you
thing I
still-
want once a week.
That's
Like I'll have a burger. I'll go to
Cheat
Tanjore or
meal.
something. I'll just go ham on that one day. But other than that, I feel like I've started reading too, man.
That's great.
Because I've been sleeping at night. I've
Yeah.
figured out that the circadian rhythm is actually a thing, and I should, respect it.
Yeah.
So I wake up early and I read, which is also mind blowing to me.
That's good.
Yeah.
Have you seen that having any effects throughout the day?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
What does it do?
What it does is it gives me perspective in the morning. It gives me like something to think about every single day, other than like my daily tasks that I have. Like I'll just wake up and okay, I have this like a quote from Sun Tzu or something like or Napoleon
you
or
just read
something.
one quote and
No.
then that's your reading.
Like the quote is in one of the books that I'm
Acha,
reading. The book
acha,
is
okay.
called 47 Laws of Power or something
Yeah.
by
That's
Robert
why they
Greene.
did, I think, thought of the day in school.
Thought of the day.
Yeah.
Every single morning they'd have
a thought of the day. But I think they did a poor job at curating what the thought is, because they would come and just say things to kids.
You guys had the daily, every day one student has to come up
I-
in front of the assembly and
No.
do the news and then say something positive.
News to nahi, like we had
Moral period in school.
like sometimes they would, it was very on and off. Like sometime in the assembly we would have someone coming up and saying something.
We
like
in the assembly, I would say we had something better.
What?
We used to sing during assembly.
You had a choir.
no.
We did have a choir in
Yeah.
general, but not necessarily during assemblies. That would be for special occasions. But we would sing songs about God. We do.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah, we do aerobics.
While singing
No.
this song?
Sometimes yes. Sometimes the songs would have action. Yeah, those are the popular ones.
Okay.
This
हमारे इसमें भी
this is
होता था बस।
karaoke.
हमारे इसमें भी एक होता था. Every single day.
But
For like till 1st to 10th, all the kids would do this.
क्या?
हम होंगे कामयाब हम होंगे
That's good.
कामयाब
Affirmations.
एक दिन मन में है विश्वास पूरा है विश्वास
But I'm
every single day.
no, but I'm very grateful looking back at getting to sing those songs.
You were in the singing team?
No, everyone would sing.
The whole school would
The
sing.
whole school would
Yeah,
sing
together,
together.
yeah.
Crazy energy in that.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Nah.
It's a bit culty, but it was okay.
It could be. Yeah.
It was.
If you, no, only if you live within the what do you call it?
No, but that was level 1, right? That was level 1. It's like, oh, there are some songs that we all sing together. They're so fun.
But
they have
there's-
actions and stuff.
there's
And
no
then you go
level
to
two.
then you go to class, and then it's like,
Moral
oh,
period.
moral period.
What is moral period?
Let's talk about Jesus a little
This
bit.
SSC never had
this is
moral
something
period.
interesting. I don't know if you in your moral classes spoke about Jesus, but the stories which I had were never about Jesus.
It's about the stories from the Bible.
What's interesting is they're from the Old Testament.
Yeah.
They're not about Jesus, which is this is something to think about. They did that right, actually. Because if you want to learn about the Bible, the way to do it is from the Old Testament.
Okay.
But a lot of Christianity doesn't work that way. They start with Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus happened much later.
Jesus is not part of the Old Testament?
No.
Old Testament is before Jesus.
Yes and no.
So like Adam and Eve se leke till Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
Then
New
that's
Testament
the
is
next.
like, yeah,
Jesus
that's the
onwards.
sequel.
That's the sequel. Which one did you enjoy the most? The first book or the second one?
They're completely different. I haven't read the entire Old Testament. I've read the Gospels. The Gospels are the 4 books about Jesus.
Okay.
And they're written by people who were there with him while he was doing this, except Luke. I think Luke is the name of one book. Yeah.
Skywalker.
I mean, he's a kind of Skywalker, I guess you could say.
Star Wars joke.
That might be based off of the life of Jesus also.
But matlab that there are a lot of schools who are a bit.
Of course they are.
So
man.
like missionaries, missionaries are a real thing.
They have a mission,
so,
man.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. Like, okay, let's sing some songs. These songs are fun, and then like we'll talk about Jesus a bit, some stories from the Bible here and there.
Yeah.
And
next
then
thing you
some
know,
kids are intrigued and they want to know more, and then
they
next thing leads to another. And
pour
then,
some wine and
it's Christmas.
Dip your head in the water.
Let's go for a swim at the church. That's what happened to Loka, bro.
Yeah.
They just converted him.
Our school wasn't like
hard
that.
lag raha hai, bhai.
Some kids did get converted.
Did they?
Yeah.
Do you know any?
Voluntarily. No, not.
But do you know any?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
They would like end up going to church over the weekend and then slowly. I mean, see, they are still choosing their own. Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe they're at an age where they're more impressionable. So, like, kids are not adults, right?
Yeah.
So, that's the thing. Like, and I don't think there is any age for converting. You can get converted at any
anytime. That's weird to me because I feel like there should be a age.
So the thing about this is that, I mean, for speaking on Christianity specifically, the ritual for it is baptism. And for example, Christian families, they'll baptize the newborns. But there's sort of a debate on that, whether that really counts or not.
Because the kid doesn't know.
The choice isn't there. So usually what they'll do is they'll have a confirmation baptism once the kid is older.
It's a 2-factor authentication. Bro, but like this whole missionary thing in India, at least, I'm sure it's in other countries as well, but in India, it's a real problem. That's why you have these people, like you have the missionaries, and you see videos sometimes like Yasu and all that, where they're performing miracles and shit. And those poor people, they don't know. So they get convinced and they convert. And then to battle that, there are like those like very eccentric Hindu Babas who do like big, like people like Pookie Baba and many like that who become viral now on the internet. Before it was just locally.
Yeah.
That is to like combat the missionaries.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, they're taking all our people and they're converting them. Like, we also have to now play along.
Yeah.
So they have this like whole
battle going on. Yeah. Yeah.
और बीच में लोग ही चूते बन रहे हैं मतलब.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a huge monetary value.
Yeah, you get
it,
some
like,
money and food, right? I think most people end up doing it for some money and food, stability, whatever.
But that's not enough now. So people, that's one thing about them. Like, they can be bought, but a lot of people are also very, like, their religion to them is very important.
Yes.
And they can't be bought.
Yeah.
But then you take them to, like, you have a problem. Your kid is born with like some disease and you're like, fuck, I can't do
Or you're
anything.
not able to have a kid and they're...
Yeah, or something like that.
that.
Or your mother is sick or your wife is sick
Yeah.
or someone's going through something. And
Yeah.
then you're like, fuck, I can't afford anything, or all your options are exhausted. You end up going for one of these like events. And wahan pe you see someone getting healed in front of you.
Yeah.
And then when you're in that desperate position, you
You'll do
start
anything,
believing
yeah.
these things. And then they're like, okay, if you want
more blessing.
Yeah, if you have these problems, like, we can help you, but you have to convert.
You have to pay also.
You have to pay, or you have to donate, and you have to convert, and that just leads to...
Yeah.
Yeah. Something that's... I mean, I want to use the word interesting, but it's a bit weird to use it here. Something that's interesting about this situation is this is something that Jesus actually warns against. So the funny thing about Jesus is that his main enemies when he's alive is the priestly class of that time. So Jesus himself was a Jew.
Hmm.
And when he was around, his main enemies were the Jewish leaders. He kept calling them out on their hypocrisy. He would say things like, you take so much effort to make sure that you get the rituals right and this right and that right, but on the inside, you guys are just terrible. You're hypocrites. And he would point out all the ways in which they were being hypocritical. And he warns against exactly these kind of people for people who are becoming Christians. The thing is, Christianity in that sense requires a lot of discernment.
What does discernment mean?
It means the ability to tell right from wrong. There is a lot of emphasis on that. For example, there's this line which says, be careful about people who come to you in sheep's clothing because they are ravenous wolves and they'll tear you apart the moment they get the chance to. So, yeah, Jesus himself warned against this. He said that you have to be careful. There'll be people who will come and
Pose as God and
prophesy in my name, but it's sort of your responsibility to be able to tell them apart.
yeah.
And I mean, he also does say that those guys will get what's coming to them because of their choices.
That's the common theme in all religions, no? The karmic cycle in some way or the other. Hinduism mein to it's karma.
Yeah.
In Christianity is there's heaven or hell. Islam also heaven and hell. Like the main big three religions have this in common.
Yeah, they do.
Karma, you're reborn and your next life you will suffer. In Christianity and Islam, it's like once you die, you will go to this place and there's heaven and hell. If you go to hell, you'll be punished for the rest of eternity or until you've paid off your sins.
Yeah.
And heaven is just like paradise.
I've come across this piece of information, somewhat evidence. Now, I don't know. I don't know how solid you guys would consider this piece of evidence, but there are a lot of
evidence for heaven and hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, so there's accounts by people who've had near-death experiences, a lot of them, who are clinically dead. Their heart stops beating and by every measure they're dead. But they come back to life. And when they come back to life, they report things that they've seen. And there's a lot of commonality across these things. I wanted to speak to one specific thing which you said about hell. One interesting thing that I've come across is it says that when people go to hell and they start having these experiences of punishment, which by the way is tailored to each individual based on what they did wrong in their lives. Even in that moment, if they call out to God or to Jesus, he comes and he saves them. And there's multiple accounts like this. So that's interesting.
But don't you think that's because their idea of dying and heaven and hell was there? It was in place. So when they entered that state, that's the only reference point that they had, and that's what they saw.
I mean, there's no way to know that.
Because your brain is still active, right?
Yeah, but there's no way to know that. Yeah. What we do know is the experiences which they have described.
Yeah.
Didn't you have one of these experiences once?
Not with heaven or hell, but I've had a different kind of experience.
Can you share that? Do you feel like sharing that?
Do I? I mean, I can share if you want me to.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had this experience where I felt like I was one with more than people usually tend to think of themselves. So
wait, I think you guys are talking about two different experiences.
Yeah.
He's talking about when you were a kid and you stopped breathing for a bit.
Yeah.
I don't have any memory from that.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
He was too young.
Yeah.
You fell on your head.
I didn't fall on my head. I was holding a straw, or Amin was holding a straw. Were you holding a straw?
Right.
And
Grappling.
I wanted it.
Yeah, and he was pulling.
And I was trying to pull it. And then Amin wouldn't let go.
Of course.
And then I think I just exerted myself too much, and I just...
That was the last straw.
And I passed out.
Oh!
Yugu with the really nice... That was nice. Yeah. Nicely done, sir.
You had to put your glasses back on.
I have to come back.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, and then I passed out, as the legend goes, for like half an hour or 45 minutes, something like that.
It was less than.
Probably to mom it would feel that way.
No, she didn't say half an hour, bro.
She said half. I mean, that's where I'm getting it from what
you were
she
out
said.
for half an hour.
No, it wasn't.
Like maybe it was like 10-15 minutes, which felt like more.
Probably.
I don't know.
Still, man, if you're...
Yeah, something like that. Let's say 10-15 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just came back.
Damn.
Started breathing again.
Damn. How did you
That's
feel
how
when
the story
you're...
goes.
I was also very young, bro.
This is when you were...
Like he was
probably.
2, I was 4.
Oh,
It's
that's
probably,
really...
bro, this is before that. I was a baby.
How can you be fighting for a straw if you're a baby?
No, I'm just sitting there.
And you fucking idiot. How old were you?
Wow. This is when you had
then it's like...
He had probably just started walking.
Like just around that time, probably.
Damn, that's... Okay. Yeah, I feel like it wasn't in your control.
But I have a very vague memory of this. Like there are glimpses that I remember.
What is Amin's POV of this?
No, the same thing that he said, but I remember that everyone came, all the neighbors and people from across the street, whoever was there, they all came. They were like, what the fuck is happening? Then the shopkeeper who used to, the shop across our house, he removed his car, I think.
Okay.
And was like, let's take him to the hospital. And I think as soon as we sat in the car, only he came back.
Yeah. And then mom took me to the hospital. This is what she said. I don't have any memory of any of this. Probably because I was passed out.
And you were a baby, so...
Yeah. And then the doctor said, there's nothing wrong.
I guess he was wrong.
We had to find out. Many ways it can go wrong.
That is scary.
Yeah, bro. But I wonder how many people have lost their lives just fighting with a sibling. It could be.
Hua to hoga,
probably.
Hua to hoga.
I think it is higher than we would imagine.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how high that is.
You have to think about how often that might have happened. That the very first story about the very first 2 people ever, I mean, according to the Bible, was 2 brothers, and one of them kills the other.
Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
So you have to think about if you think about it in that
that's...
sense, where they were just trying to figure out patterns of reality.
Huh.
How often would something like that have had to happen for them to boil that story down to this?
No, sibling conflicts are a real thing. They to fight over anything, bro. Property, ye, wo.
No, but as a child, you're fighting for your parents' attention. And you're
that's one
basic stuff.
And then just the base. Yeah, so the basic conflicts are life for
death. Chocolate guy.
Yeah. Because that's the biggest problem in your life at that time.
Yeah.
Resources.
Yeah.
You don't have any real problems, right?
Yeah.
So if someone eats your chocolate, that's the worst thing that's ever happened to you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fight with my life for this.
Yeah.
And then you start beating each other up. I'm saying, I wonder how many times it actually goes south.
Really bad. Hota rahega,
Like Ali and I used to get into crazy fights.
Yeah. Who won more? I feel like...
Let me win more.
Yeah,
would let me win.
After a certain age, I'm like, okay, I can beat the shit out of him if I want to.
But sometimes he would snap.
But you were still very close. age gap wise. It's very competitive. I feel like you would have had some good matches.
The thing is with Amin,
over the years.
Yeah. The thing with Amin is I don't know when he was holding back. He says that he was holding back a lot, but I don't know.
No, it's very obvious. If you remember the fights, for me it was just defense mainly.
Yeah.
I would never properly
True.
strike you.
True.
If I were to fight you, I would sit on you and start punching the fuck out of you, right? That would be the way to go.
But did you know that you could do that then?
No, I didn't have that violence in me. So why would I do it?
Yeah. No,
So
but
I probably
no.
couldn't.
So yeah.
Did I have the strength to do it? Yes.
No, it's not about the strength. It's about what you did. Right? Your question was who won more.
Yeah,
What
I'm
was
just
it-
the
what was
question
it like?
was, yeah, what was it like fighting? Because I didn't have a brother to fight.
But it's not about just me and him fighting. I would get into fights otherwise also.
I
with
mean,
kids.
for
Oh.
everyone.
Did you have tag team matches as well?
No.
Is Jimmy and Jay out there?
No,
I think
No?
We'd have solo matches.
You have oh yeah, because your
I would
age
give
difference,
Ami
you would have
the-
different friend groups.
No,
One-on-one.
like where we used to
Solo.
play, like if someone got into a fight, you'd let them fight it out.
Yeah, no one would stop.
Yeah, no one would come get in the middle.
But
be
you
short.
wouldn't get into fights with other kids.
I would.
You
a
would.
lot.
I mean, fought with everyone.
Yeah.
I like that he's had his fight card is pretty stacked.
That's pretty primal, I'd say. Like you would
yeah.
Primarily,
Go
bro,
and-
you play with like the same kids every day for like 3-4 years. You're bound to get into arguments and fights over different things, and you're fucking kids, bro. So you'd get into like sometimes the kids were older, so they'd like throw their weight around,
yeah.
and then as a kid you don't take it.
Those are the worst ones, bro,
हाँ.
when you really feel helpless. Because
हाँ.
अभी ये बड़े लोग हैं, 8th 9th के बच्चे हैं. क्या, what are we
Yeah.
going to do? Like, we can't
Yeah.
complain to their parents. Who does
Yeah.
that?
And I tried complaining to my dad a couple of times, and he would just say, "You figure it out." Like,
Yeah, but you didn't fight people who were older. Everyone was your age. The ones you
no,
fought
so
with.
he would see who I had a fight
And
against.
see
If
if
they
we
were
had to
significantly older, he would come and get involved because then
Yeah.
that's not right.
Yeah.
But even if they were older, but they were my size, and
Yeah.
like, he would be like, "You figure it out." What? Like, I'm not gonna save you all the time.
Yeah. That's good.
You don't need saving here.
Yeah, you need to figure this shit out.
Huh.
Yeah.
Which is so weird. Like our dad, the way he, like usually you have strict dads, you have soft, like gentle dads, like who are very, passive and you. Our dad is like right in the middle, like exactly in the middle. and
Balanced.
like so balanced in a way where sometimes he'd just be like, "You figure it out, it's on you." And sometimes he'd just be like, he was very particular about like certain things. Most things he was just like, "Yeah, it's up to you."
Yeah. When I was thinking about this like a few days ago about our parents and how they raised us. And they were really open, very lenient, I would say, which is pretty weird considering how we turned out.
Yeah.
Every family has the good cop, bad cop combo, right? So your mom must have been...
So
No.
ours wasn't like that.
No?
Nahi. It's not like, "Oh, go ask your dad." Even if it was like, "Go ask your dad," it would be because like they knew who has to give.
With what?
Yeah.
Like we would be more responsive with certain things with dad and
Yeah.
more
Like my
responsive with some
mom
things with
never did anything about us studying.
Okay, that was all dad.
I was dad. Like
Okay.
your dad will figure. Like my mom, she, I don't remember her ever saying, "Oh, go study." It was just my dad.
Yeah.
But like with other stuff, it was
Cleanliness, it was mom.
Yeah. So, but
Cleanliness
it's
was
weird,
mom.
man. Like our parents are so weird in that way because like they were also just figuring it out. They had nothing.
Yeah.
Like as parents, it's not like they put in a lot of effort into parenting. They were just like winging it all the time. So I don't know how they've like done it. Like that's
But it makes perfect sense now, like looking back, because you had so much freedom to just take risk. You had the ability to take risk because you had the choice. Your parents were never pushing you to, "Okay, Ali, you're doing this. I mean, you're doing this. And this is the way to go." You're like, you figure it out.
You figure it out, yes, but they were still particular. Like they were very particular about studying.
Yeah, as all parents are. Because ek to you've come to study here
Haan.
to a different country. So education is probably going to be the priority.
Yeah, they
But
were just
along
like,
that-
damn, like they were like super anal about it, bro.
I mean, as they should, bro.
At this
as they
time, you
should.
have to start studying.
Yeah.
Like so many times, I wanted to just go down and play. They wouldn't let me. They'd be like, "Oh, you have to study."
I wasn't. You know, I wasn't good at studying until 12th grade. I think 12th grade is when I got a bit good at it.
What changed?
I mean, I was never into the subjects. I don't think I had good teachers for those subjects, probably, is the right answer to that. So even though mom and dad were they really wanted us to focus on studying. Like if there's anything that they brought our attention to, it was that. But I was just I don't think I was ever that good. I wasn't terrible.
But you liked learning. That's the thing.
I loved learning. I would learn. I'd be on YouTube. I'd be watching philosophy videos when I was 11 on
Yeah,
YouTube.
you would be making YouTube videos too, right?
That came later.
Okay, that came
No,
later.
but before that also, like you were always watching Discovery.
Yeah, true.
When TV was a thing, after like cartoons was a while, then he would just watch Discovery, and I was never into it. I'd be like, "Arey, put na something." Like
I wanted to watch Disney Channel.
I was like, oh, put like some show or some.
Yeah, put some Zack and Cody or something.
Yeah.
Something funny.
So
Yes.
वो होता है, but that's the thing. The different approaches that parents take now. I don't think there is like one approach that is like this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
I was watching before we started recording. I was watching that Sngh ka interview with Yograj Singh,
Yeah.
and he's just like such an intense guy.
Yeah.
And he had his way of doing it, and that way worked for him, even though it's so like brutal and strict.
What do you referring
Yuvraj
to?
Singh is Yuvraj Singh's father.
Huh.
So he was talking about how he raised him, and Yuvraj Singh didn't want to become a cricketer. He didn't give a fuck.
So what did he want to do?
He was like, he was just a normal kid. He really liked skating.
Skating?
Yeah.
Imagine Yuvraj on a skateboard.
Yeah, and his father threw away his roller skates. Not even
Roller
like,
skates?
not skateboarding.
Okay,
Skating.
yeah. Huh.
So he threw away his roller skate. He's like, what are you gonna do? Like wear a frock and spin in circles. And he was a cricketer himself.
Yeah.
Yuvraj Singh played for the India. He played for India, and he was like a thing. And he was just, he spoke about his childhood also. His childhood was also crazy. I think he was adopted.
Damn.
And then and he just like had this, if you watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was just like super intense, and he's very like particular about things. And he's like, if you have a kid, like from when they're 1.5, 2 years, you have to give them some purpose.
That's
Like,
pretty.
I made Yuvraj Singh into a cricketer. I made a champion out of him.
Damn.
Like, I'm proud of him, but he's like, I forced him into it, and he probably thanks me now, but in the moment he didn't.
Usually with things like this, there's a dark side.
Yeah, because you're pushing your kid, right? To
I meant for the kid, there'll be a shadow that'll be cast as a consequence of that. That's just how the psyche usually works. The human psyche works that way. Where if you push someone to follow one path, like very rigorously, it has a tendency to snap back in a very opposite direction. So we'll have to see.
I mean, it worked out for Yuvraj.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so far, yes, and I hope he's happy and, fulfilled and all that stuff. But I'm just saying that usually...
No, according to him, it didn't work. He's like, if he was like me, he'd be the greatest player of all time. He would have become the greatest player of all time. He's like his mother.
Okay.
He's exactly like his mother. He's not like me at all.
Damn.
So he's like, if I failed at making him like me.
Damn, bro.
So he's like, in spite of all of this, he's still become great. Now that's what Sngh was like. He's won 2 World Cups and he's like a great player. But
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, but
He's not satisfied.
No, he said he should have been like the best of all time.
The Kohlis or the like he thinks he could have been the greatest.
This Yograj though, he manta hi nahi hai. He doesn't like all these players.
He doesn't acknowledge him.
He doesn't acknowledge like all these new players.
Like what, Kohli?
Yeah.
How do you not acknowledge
He was like
Kohli?
Viv Richards was a great player.
Okay, that's
And then
fair.
he's like Dhoni was a good captain.
Okay.
And who else did he talk about? He talked about a couple of players, but
No-
he
no
didn't even talk about these
Sachin
guys.
Tendulkar, no.
Sachin also, I'm sure, like he's so undeniable, bro. matlab,
Yeah.
wo to hai. But he was like this Viv Richards. He kept talking about him.
Even my dad spoke about Viv Richards, man. But
हाँ,
Must
तो
have
he
been really
was-
good.
He
Yeah,
was so
he's-
great. And then, he had this whole thing with Kapil Dev.
what did he have?
So, according to him, the story is that he was playing for India and was playing well. And Kapil Dev becomes captain of India and North Zone. He was playing for both. He drops him.
Okay.
Drops Yograj Singh. For what no one knows. And then he goes to the selector and he's like, see, Kapil Dev is the new captain and the selecting committee has made this decision. This guy shows up to Kapil Dev's house with a gun to kill him.
What?
Yeah. He shows up there. He's like, I'm going to kill this guy.
Huh. Holy
And,
shit.
Then Kapil Dev's mother comes and his siblings come. And then he looks at him and he's like, I'm not killing you because of your mother. But I was ready to put a bullet through his head. And then he retires. Never plays cricket again.
That's...
He's like, my son will play now.
Damn, bro. This
And
can be a
then-
movie.
And then Yuvraj Singh. And then this guy goes and does movies. After he says fuck cricket, he becomes an actor.
Yograj Singh?
Yeah.
What is this trajectory? But
And-
I see why.
And then he was like, when India won the World Cup
Huh.
with Yuvraj Singh, I know one person wasn't happy.
Kapil Dev.
Yeah. And he's like, I think he texted him or called him or something.
What's up?
Yeah.
K-Man.
Yeah. And it's like Yuvraj Singh became a better player than Kapil Dev. According to him.
I don't know.
Like he
That's...
could have become the best ever, but
He'll
that's a
settle for
different-
this. Bhai, but this is really... man, this really goes back to his childhood. How he was raised.
Yeah.
Yograj Singh.
Yeah.
But उसके साथ भी क्या-क्या हुआ है भाई? And now he wants his son to prove something.
The thing with parenting that I have observed, the way in which the children, it's sort of like, this is something that God just decides to do with children, is that children will be born in a specific way that is exactly challenging to that specific parent in the way that they need to be challenged. So it's like, this is something that the parent lacks, they're not able to see. And the child's interests or who the child has to become so that the child is true to themselves is usually contradictory to that parent's central like pillar of assumptions. I've seen that mechanism happen with children and parents.
So they're complementary.
Or contradictory, depends. If they're willing to accept it, if they're parents, then it can be complementary. They'll be constantly challenged to learn. If they don't, it can be terrible.
देख bro, approach कुछ भी हो सकता है. I feel the approach can be anything. I think what makes or breaks it is like, are you able to teach your child to tell right from wrong?
That's good.
And that's it. Now, obviously, if it's a strict approach, okay, that comes with a bit of trauma, but eventually, like, they'll figure their way out. If it's too soft, also maybe the kid will grow up to be too soft and spoiled or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But the central pillar that is a non-negotiable for having a child who goes on to have a decent life is to be able to tell right from wrong.
A big part of that is self-esteem. When children have self-esteem, because we naturally have a tendency to be able to tell right from wrong. But what we do in the situation when we figure out that something is right or wrong depends on the child's self-esteem. if they have self-esteem, if they believe in themselves, then they will do what they think is right. If they don't, they probably might not. So
And then
self-esteem
they'll
is
take
important.
influence from
Yeah,
elsewhere.
yeah. So it's also about having courage. So encouraging, I would add to that. Encouraging children. That's very important as a parent. I think that's the primary role. To encourage your children.
What if your child's an idiot? Do you encourage that?
Encourage them to not be an idiot. Don't encourage bad things in them.
Mm.
What sort of a parent do you think you'll be?
I think I'd be a great parent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I'd be a great parent.
That's so tricky, bro. To keep your own like desires, to nahi bolunga. Like you want things from your child,
Yeah.
right? You want them to be a certain way. If you're a parent,
Do you?
yeah.
Why would you?
Why would
I
you?
mean,
want
you
them?
wouldn't. You would want them to be something, and you would also want them to not be a few things. You know?
Yeah, but you just have to narrow that definition down.
Yeah.
What if your kid wants to become like a TikToker?
Okay.
Okay.
wrong with
Would
that?
you encourage that?
Depends on the kind of TikToker. What's the message that they're sharing?
No
If it's a good
message. It's just
then
like a
yeah.
basic TikToker. They just do like dance reels and they do like follow the trends and like do a get ready with me. And
No,
this and
I
that.
wouldn't encourage that.
But that's what they really want.
I would. No, I don't think so. I think that's tricky. Now, I think some people are born just wanting fame in life. That could be a case. And if that's something that they want, then I would just do my best to point that in a positive direction. But I think other people who want those things are possessed, sort of, by the spirit of that technology movement or whatever is guiding that trend. So what I would do is, in how I have raised my kid, I would do my best to align them with more positive spirits in that sense, and so that they know what is better for them and they can see through these things that are out there to get people.
So just essentially telling them what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah. What if they want to do OnlyFans?
That's a terrible idea.
No. What if they're like crying? They're like, "Come on, Dad.
I want to show my tits.
I wanna shake my
Everyone's
ass."
doing it.
No, that's a terrible idea. I would not encourage them to do that.
Of course, you wouldn't encourage them, but like,
Yeah.
how do you stop it?
Yeah. How do you stop
Would
that?
you rather
I'm
have
telling you, it's about what you do before.
Would you rather
also
have?
It's not how you raise them.
It's about how you raise them, and it is also about that moment. If you raise them,
No, I get what you're
Right.
saying. Like
You
if
wouldn't
you
get
raise
that.
them right, they
don't
would
wanna do
never
OnlyFans,
be
yeah.
at risk.
yeah. But even for whatever reason, because sometimes these things tend to happen where they come up with something stupid that they want to do. You have to be able to draw stern boundaries, because chances are what they're actually looking for when they come to you with something so stupid is they want a boundary to be enforced. That's also a big part of being a parent. Drawing firm boundaries.
Gay son or OnlyFans daughter?
Ooh.
Gay son or hoe daughter?
I'd say I would oh god, that's hard. I'd have compassion for both.
Compassion तो
I
हाँ,
don't have a preference, whatever, it's fine.
preference इसमें तो है ही नहीं किसी का, but like if you had to pick.
Okay, if I had to make a choice. I mean, for some reason the instinct is going gay son. So what will you pick?
I don't know, man.
The instinct is going gay, son. It sure looks like it is.
You're on your talk.
Hey man,
Leopard print.
I'm just chilling out here in Miami in my head. with a chain.
I think gay son only, bro.
Okay.
Like,
What about you?
ठीक है, I mean, he's gay. Fine, he sucks dick every now and then. But
You know,
at least
My son.
At least he's doing it in private.
I don't know if it's a good idea for me to give reasoning why a gay son in this context.
No,
would
that
be
would
better.
help. That would help.
So Ali is a counselor, bro. Asking him.
That's fine.
Dude, the last time we sat down, the three of us sat down together, we got advice on picking up women from Ali. And I want to bring that back.
Are you sure you want to deviate from this topic right now?
After this.
You
after
give your
this.
answer.
You
Oh,
pick and
fuck.
then-
I thought I'm being clever.
That's okay. There's no.
Yeah, I'll
Really good
have
answers
the
here.
gay son, I
You
guess.
also?
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
All our gay sons can hang out, man. They can go to Kitisu. Stay at the Lalit. They'll get the same gowns.
I mean, they.
Robes, sorry.
Should I give a bit of reasoning here that would make sense, or do we just want to move on?
No, I
No,
get it,
makes
bro.
sense. Come on.
Makes sense out of this stupid question.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to or you don't want to?
No, I think it's a very... No one wants a whole daughter, man.
No one wants a hoe
You know,
anything.
okay, so here's...
Like, I feel my heart breaks, bro. Like, when I just meet a hoe out and about. I'm just
You know-
I feel for that father.
You know,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
great for what I'm about to say with the kind of clothes that I am wearing.
Yeah.
This just makes me look really good. But there is sort of a whole culture on Instagram.
For sure.
And
Say less.
the thing about it is that most of these girls don't know what they're sacrificing
Yeah.
when they're doing this. Because what happens is they get instantaneous rewards, but it comes at a cost. It comes with an expense, and they don't know what that expense is. And what that expense is you are trading your own self-respect for fleeting attention. And what you're trading that for, okay, you're trading it for maybe money. Some of them may be money. Some people are just doing it because other people are doing it, which is terrible. But my main problem with that is that you become what you practice. So if this is what you're doing, which whether you know it or not, you are devaluing yourself to a certain extent by doing that, then that is who you're going to become. It's not like you can do something and not become that while you do it. You know? So, and it's like all the girls that you see, at least that pop up in your explore pages, it's just girls who are doing that, and they're like young women who are doing this.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel for them because even going ahead, first of all, this beauty probably is not going to last, statistically speaking. You're going to grow older, you're going to look different. The appeal that you have now won't be there anymore. And you are also going to want different things. You want to be loved by a specific kind of man. And those kinds of men do not go for women like that.
Most of these women are never going to get married.
Oh, man.
Like, it's not going to happen.
And-
Would you marry someone like that?
Not right now.
No, eventually.
Uh,
You meet a girl. ठीक है?
And she's
And-
doing OnlyFans. It's out.
नहीं, fuck OnlyFans. OnlyFans तो दूर की बात है, bro. That's तो obviously no. But you meet a girl. She's great, nice girl, sweet. Then you go and find her Instagram. 2 years ago, she was like an Instagram thought. There's a very revealing videos, pictures, ye wo. But now she's realized that that's wrong and changed her way. But you still probably wouldn't let that go further.
I mean,
She's not gonna be the mother of your kids. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
But there's...
people can change, right?
there's-
But you'll be like, I'd rather be with someone who's been nice throughout.
I mean, is it a really bad thing being a like
Oh.
a,
See, here's the other side
Nahin,
of
I'm saying
this.
being revealing on the internet or Instagram.
Bhai,
Wait, this is relevant. There's another side to this, which is the cool thing about guys and girls is that nothing that one party does is independent of the other. Like whether you like it or not, men and women are unbreakably connected. So whatever women do has an effect on men, and men are contributors to what women do.
Yeah,
So it goes both ways.
Whatever we do is for each other in some way.
Yeah, that's just the way that it's laid out. So with what you said about would you want to choose that, a lot of guys might choose that, but that's also going to happen because they don't know that they will do that, but then they won't end up having a good relationship. Because if they're making that choice, that means that they don't know any better. They don't know what the consequences of this are going to be with dating a woman like this.
Yeah.
And then they will get together, but because they can't see better and the woman also can't see better, otherwise they wouldn't be doing this, then they're not going to have a good relationship.
No, the woman is going to be with that guy because she doesn't have an option.
That could happen.
She's going to settle for a guy who... वो तो होता है. Like there'll be a guy who's probably just like...
He provides for her and he takes care of her.
He provides for her, takes care of her in exchange of her beauty.
Yeah.
Because he is very attracted to her. But she's settling for that because that's not the man who... Like, that's not who she pictured herself with.
Yeah.
And then it's just like this shit.
Yeah, there's no
relationship.
love. That's so transactional.
नहीं bro, ये तो बहुत खराब है. Being revealing, you said what's wrong with being revealing? It's that, ठीक है, revealing to what extent?
That's true.
Like if someone's wearing a dress and posting a picture, ठीक है, it's like the world we live in now. Social media is a thing. You go, you have experiences, you document it and you put it up. I personally don't like it as much, even though we are now fully, like this is how we make our money.
Yeah.
ठीक है, अभी के लिए है, maybe someday I'll just quit. I not want to do it. For now, it's there and it's fine. I don't mind it. But like some people, it's just like, bro, it's too much. And then you sit and think, okay, why are they like this? Why are they doing this? And at the end of the day, the girls who are posting pictures like that or videos like that or any content like that, most of their audience is guys. And they're just doing that to look at them. That's like, obviously, you see a girl like that, you know you don't have a chance with her anyway. Like, even if you were into it, she's not going to go for you. An average man. Yeah. She's not going to go for you. So you're just there to look at her as much as possible. In a month or two, you'll probably get tired of it, unfollow her. There's 10
Move
other
on
girls.
to the next one. Whatever.
It's just weird, bro. Like, how many guys like sit there and just go through their explore and see all these girls and like they're fucking jerking off to it.
Yeah.
Like you're just providing content for these guys to sit and jerk off to.
But they don't, I mean, I can't speak for them, but I feel like they don't really care. If they put it out, they are making money or getting views, whatever.
A lot of them aren't making money also. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of them aren't making money because the brands also, they have their, like the kind of people they like to work with. If it's like too, what's the word? What's the word for it? What's a polite word for this? I don't want to say slutty.
What? What are you...
for this sort of content?
Yeah.
Or... I mean, the nice word was...
Promiscuous is not, but that's not, the content is not promiscuous, no? The content is just like trashy, I don't know, dirty, I don't know what you want to call it. But brands don't want to work with that, bro. Legit brands won't come and work with that. Then it's just like gambling apps and shit. They'll come and work. Or wo bhi to, that's again that's also up and down. So most of them aren't even making money. It's just like this weird thing. They get the followers and they think they're famous. But like, it's an audience that you can't do anything with. It's not a community. Like, what do these people have in common except for finding you attractive? Yeah. When people follow us, maybe their ideas meet with ours and they like our kind of humor. So there's things we have in common with these people. But with them, there is nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's irresponsible, this kind of content.
It's irresponsible when you know what you're doing. It's uninformed, bro. Like they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. So that's a bit tricky to sort of unravel. Because the consequences of your actions are the same, whether you know what you're doing or not. The responsibility of that action is going to be the same. Because the consequences are going to be the same, whether you know what you're doing or not. At a societal level, at an individual level, it might be different. If you violate your conscience, that's going to hurt probably more. But I'm not too sure about that, because I know people who have violated their conscience unknowingly, but the trauma stays with them. It doesn't go anywhere. It replays. The memories keep coming back, and that just keeps happening over and over again. And they try to keep running away from it. So they're still being targeted by it. So I think the responsibility is the same, whether you know it or not, which is a terrible burden to have, but I think that's what it's like.
Yeah. So they're fucked, basically.
Yeah. It's worse than that. Because it's not anyone else doing it.
It's them doing
they're
it.
only doing it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Most of these people. I was watching this YouTube documentary about Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, huh?
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan.
She was this child actor
Yeah.
who did a bunch of movies, became very popular. Like she
was great, by the way.
She was famous from the beginning. Like
Yeah.
As long as she can remember, she's been famous. She became, she was signed by Disney, did a bunch of movies there. Very good, fun films. She did Mean Girls, which is like one of the biggest films of all time.
She was great as an actress. I found her performances very entertaining.
The day she turned 18, suddenly magazine covers with her dressing like very revealing, because now she's 18, she can do it. Before that, it was just like, this child actor, but people were still looking at her that way.
Of course,
17, 16,
Yeah.
but 18 now you can go for it and do whatever. And that became her public persona. Started partying, started doing drugs like crazy. Her life turned upside down.
Yeah.
Where she's still fucked. Like she still can't. She's been to rehab like so many times, but she just can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Her whole life got thrown away. And that was like, those were cases that would happen. Aisa, to get one child actor, this second child actor. Now it's just like random girls.
Yeah.
At least Lindsay Lohan made a fortune while doing this. Generational wealth.
Maybe.
I don't know how she's managed her money, but she made a lot of money now. I don't know if she still has it, but all these other random girls, they're just doing it for no reason.
Yeah. Like when you get a taste of that little bit of fame and you have the followers, feel like you're the shit.
Yeah.
होता है अपने साथ भी बीच में I think थोड़ा maybe we also felt it a little bit where we were like just going out a little bit more, like partying a little more. Feel like it's been a while though.
Yeah, but that's okay. And I think we were always conscious of what's happening.
Yeah.
Like we knew what it was, and we were just like choosing to lean into it a bit and like have fun. Because like, okay, like we worked for 2 years to make our content and become this. Now we're becoming a bit popular. Like, let's see what that's like. Like, let's try to lean into that and see. And it got boring very fast.
Yeah. Can see through all the bullshit, man.
Yeah.
It's just not fun.
Yeah. Bro, that's why we're sitting and doing this episode. A year ago, if you would have come and told me, like, you, me, Ali will sit and do an episode, I'd be like, bro, who the fuck's gonna watch? Like, no one cares.
Huh.
Like, who's gonna watch this? When you have, like, actors coming on and, like, the rappers coming on, suddenly you do an episode like this. That's why we stopped doing so many boys episodes. We were like, agar hum ye karke itne views aa rahe, people are getting popular, why would we do this? But then very quickly you realize, achhi. I'm having so much more fun having this conversation with you guys.
I think you start seeing people for who they are. And then you realize that even though in the short run, if it may not get the numbers that some other person might get, over the longer span of time, it's also about the people who choose to watch this will have a different impact in general. because this conversation is very different from the conversation you would have with anyone else on the podcast if they were a guest.
Yeah.
But the quality, the things that are being spoken about, the depth at which we go here is different. So the impact that it would have on them personally, and the impact that could have them going about their own lives is a different sort of impact than a different sort of episode.
This is crazy impact, bro. I think we saved a lot of girls from becoming hoes.
Or
But
made them very angry. But
but if it's triggering them,
if you get angry, that means what? That means you are a hoe.
Yeah.
Because you've been like, oh, they're talking about me. But if you're not a hoe, you wouldn't get angry.
It wouldn't bother you. Yeah.
I've said hoe too many times in this episode.
Say what?
Yeah, but it's such a weird time to be alive, no?
Yeah.
Where this is like a problem.
It's a prevalent.
Girls being too hoey is a problem
It's
that we need to sit down and discuss.
it's always been a problem.
Before it was be like war.
Yeah, like war strategy.
Yeah, our clan is going to be attacked, and we have to attack them before they
But
attack us. And
hoes
they'll take our women and children.
But they are taking our nice women, all these hoes.
Yeah,
They're turning them into hoes.
Oh, the women?
Yeah,
Oh.
like bad
Maybe.
company.
But this problem has always been there.
not at this scale, no, but
It's a pandemic at this point, man.
Maybe
before,
some
back in
people-
the day, to be a hoe was a lot of effort.
Yeah.
True.
Now it's
you'd have
easy.
to
You can
actually
just-
have the kids.
Probably, I guess.
Yeah, you'd have to have the children.
Oh, this is like way
Oh,
long
this
Yeah,
ago.
there was no
Ah.
contraception.
Yeah.
Hoes would have, prostitutes would have children, like brothels. Have
Yeah.
you seen like old
Yeah. They
representations?
would have the kids.
There's just kids everywhere.
Yeah, kids running around in a
That's
brothel. Yeah.
wild. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know whose kid it is also. It's just like random kids.
Yeah, man.
It's like probably
Okay.
cocktail kids. Like,
Those
Oh
bastards.
God. I'm trying to remember what you were going to say before that gay thing, gay
What?
son or the daughter thing that
he
we were
was
talking
like
about.
talking about picking up women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we've spoken about hoes,
Yeah, where are the nice girls, man?
You know
Ali?
what? This
how
is
do we
so,
pick some up?
This is actually so cool now. Like, because I have a completely different take now.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you. This is after 4 years, right? Wait.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
been a
this is
while.
4
It's been
years.
A few years. Okay,
Yeah.
what's the question here?
Okay, wait. Let me rephrase it.
How do you pick up women is the question.
Yeah, I think that's a good one
How do you pick up women?
for the audience that is watching.
Right. Well,
Why do you keep putting your glasses and taking it off?
it's a thing now. It's a thing now. It's happening. We're rolling with it.
Yeah.
The thing is, I haven't done that in the past 2 years. I haven't been looking for women, going out much, or any of that. So I can't really give any. I mean, I could tell you what to do. I could give advice, but I want to give different sort of advice, which is, I would say, don't focus on that unless or until you meet someone that you're attracted to. So it's not like, don't go out looking for it, because it's sort of stupid. But I also get that when you're younger, you want to do that. And you're just filled with hormones, and you want to do whatever you can. You want to get at least in the proximity of women, so that something might happen. But I would say a better way of getting women would be to sacrifice that going out and pick something to work on. I would say pick anything. Doesn't matter how ridiculous, as long as it's not bad. Like, don't let that thing be porn or drugs, or pick something productive, whatever it may be, something that you're interested in, and just work on it. Doesn't matter if you get results or not. Just focus on working. And if you're putting in effort you will be rewarded in some way. And the thing is, when you're younger, the reward you get might be smaller. It might seem smaller to you, but you do not know how that is going to affect the next thing that you do. And also, I think young men might have the pressure to be successful like very early. I'd say don't focus on that at all. Focus on just working, like understand what it means to work, understand what sacrifice means, and try to do that to the best of your ability. And what will happen is that the way women work, the way that they are wired, most of them, there will be exceptions to this, but most of them, they will only be able to see you once you have elevated yourself in social status. You might still be the same person, but it's just, I think, a natural mechanism that's inbuilt that they won't be able to see you until you have elevated yourself a bit in status. Once you elevate yourself, you will get a lot of female attention, and then then there's the whole other responsibility that comes with that, but picking the right women and not going for
the hose.
Yeah. So you have to be careful there. So that's how I would shift my advice. I would say focus on understanding what sacrifice means and then to do that.
I agree with that. There is another layer to it. My advice would be, like the current thing to do would be focus on building a personality.
Yeah.
Because you would assume everyone has a personality, right?
That's
but
good
it's
advice.
But it's
Yeah, that is
becoming
good
rarer
advice.
and rarer. Like I've talked to girls and they're like, we don't meet guys who have a personality of their own.
Yeah.
Like I would say, obviously work on yourself, work on your life, work towards something, get good at something. But one thing that you can do, which is now it will make you instantly attractive, is like just read something or watch movies or like take in some sort of culture and build a personality of yourself. Like have things to talk about.
Yeah.
Also be social.
Yeah, be so like
Practice being social. That's very important.
traveling also. Travel as much as you can. Just doesn't have to be
Whatever
fancy
trip.
travel. Go to places because when you go traveling, you stay in hostels. You meet so many different kinds of people and so many like-minded people. At least you know, with everyone at a hostel, you have this one thing in common, that you both have traveled.
Yeah.
And you both are looking for friends. And you both are open to meet new people. No one wants to travel and be alone.
Yeah.
Okay, when people say solo traveling, it's not that they want to be
want to
alone
meet
the whole
new
time.
people.
They want to meet new people and talk to so many people.
Yeah.
And bro, in India, so we have so many places that you can meet people from all over the world.
Yeah.
You could go
It's
stay in
crazy.
hostels in Goa. You can go to the north, Rishikesh. There's so many people from all over the world. You could go to Nepal, which is like close. Sri Lanka now, you can go and meet people from all over the world. Now it's like, it's ulta become so much easier. Like this whole idea of going to a party, going to a club and meeting someone, it's there, but it's not the best option now, I would say. At some point it was. Like when we were growing up, it was a pretty good option.
Yeah.
Like
I feel
from
like
16, 17 to 21, 22, it was a pretty good option because you're not traveling or doing all these other things.
I mean, it requires money.
Money is one thing,
Yeah.
but just like how many kids are allowed to just go and travel by themselves? Like,
Yeah. I mean, resources, ability to travel.
it's very unlikely that
Yeah.
you will do it.
Yeah.
But that personality thing is real, bro.
Yeah.
Matlab hai nahi. Because everyone is trying to mimic this other thing. Like if all your conversations are about the reels that you saw today, or have you seen that reel? Have you seen this reel?
Yeah.
Or have you talk about memes, or you talk about all this like basic shit. How does that supposed to make you attractive?
Yeah.
But then you start a conversation and like first 2 minutes of a conversation, you reference a book that you read, and this is what I learned from this book. And
That's
there's this writer.
That's very impressive to women.
Yeah, it's like it shows depth. You're like suddenly you're different from all these other guys.
Yeah.
And that's attractive, bro. And you would be surprised that so many girls, like literally so many girls, there is such a lack of interesting guys that they've forgotten about looks and shit. Like some level is there, but it's very easy to like make up for it by having a personality and having character.
And working.
Having something of your own.
Yeah. Man, first of all, that's a lot better than Hey with 2 eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think that works anymore.
No, see, if you were to do that also, na, like it would work if as soon as they go on your feed, they can see something that you do. Oh, you're a musician. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Oh, you have this podcast.
Any art,
you have
man. Yeah.
something that you're doing. You're building something, or you're like, it's not just you with like 2 nice pictures that you've recycled from some. Show something, like do something. Like, you know how many girls are attracted to guys who don't have social media?
Oh, a lot.
Guys who are inactive on social media.
That is
like,
pretty attractive.
This guy has a life.
Yeah, like it's
contingent that you do have a life.
Yeah, you think girls are attracted to you posting like 7 memes on your story or like sending her reels every 2 minutes?
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck, this guy's a loser. He's jobless.
Yeah.
There also needs to be advice for young women on how to pick someone to date. Because there's traps there as well that a lot of young women fall into. And not only is it not good for them, obviously, but it's also not good for guys in general because you are rewarding the wrong thing. So what you reward grows. So you're just growing the wrong thing in the culture of masculinity by picking the wrong men to date. And it's also terrible for you because you'll waste your time. And women don't actually have a lot of time when they're younger to make as many mistakes.
But that's also mostly on guys, bro. Because the thing is, for girls, what happens is, okay, almost everyone is a loser around me. Most of these guys are loser. If there's a nice guy, he probably has a girlfriend or he's like, he wouldn't go for me.
Yes.
So then you're choosing between like losers who have no personality, nothing, versus some guys who at least have an edge to them. Like, this guy's a bad boy. At least it's exciting.
At least he'll beat me sometimes.
No. No, it's like, okay, at least I'll feel something other than this.
Punch.
At a conversation, in an argument.
Yeah, man. Like that.
Yeah, because those guys who are also like nice guys, which they aren't really nice, most likely they're very manipulative.
Hiding something.
They're hiding something.
That.
So you're like, instead of dealing with that boring shit, I would rather be with this guy who at least, is a bit edgy or like, like at least there is a challenge in here for me. I'll fix him.
Yeah.
I'll fix him. At least he's being himself, even though that
It's
himself
bad.
is like eccentric and it's out there. Or he's cocky or he's arrogant or that, like they would rather go for that. So that is only happening because the other guys are also not good, na?
Yeah.
So those 2 groups of people are the same to me. I don't think there is a difference. There are obviously outliers who are doing well and they're talented and they're good at something and they're working hard.
Yeah.
That's all of that is.
It's also something else that another dimension that I've added to my understanding of dating is, what's the end game? What is the ideal relationship? And how do you build that? How do you work towards that? Because once you have dated a bit, then you're like, okay, is this what I want to do? Do I just want to have a relationship so I can have sex with someone? Is that what I want? Is that the best thing that I can possibly imagine? Probably not. I want something that goes above that goes beyond that. And then you think about, okay, what would that look like? And so in thinking about these things, what I have come to is Probably marriage.
Mm.
Marriage with someone who you can play this game with, the game of a relationship, and one in which both individuals are capable of falling in love with each other more and more and more as time passes.
Mm.
And then you realize, okay, but there will have to be sacrifices that need to be made to be able to play this game, which is that you choose to no longer have sex with anyone else. That's one of the rules. So you will have to sacrifice a lot of things to be able to have that relationship.
But this thought is a very advanced thought. It's if you're talking to people who are just dating for the first time, they're in the first or second relationship. This won't it won't even go in their head. It's a very far thought. You need to have the relationships where it's just sex also,
Yes.
so that you know that's shallow. Okay, theek hai, fuck, I don't even like this person. I like how comfortable I am with them, of us, and
Agreed.
our
You're right.
we are sharing our bodies, and we've been doing this for a while, and this feels right. And maybe I'm not good enough to be with anyone else, and if I leave her, I probably won't get anyone else, so I'll be with her until that falls apart fully. Until you do keep playing this game and you get better at it, and you take off. Okay, for someone who hasn't ever dated, who's never been in a relationship, or who's never had any sort of physical intimacy with someone, that's the first thing they're after. They're like, fuck, just someone that I can kiss, someone that.
Yeah.
Then once you have that, you're like, okay, this is theek hai, ye ho gaya.
Yeah.
Abhi now what's next?
Right,
Yeah.
you're right. So, okay, let's take it back. I think we can boil it down to three things: work, be social, and groom. Learn how to be clean. Do these three things. Like grooming means you learn how to dress, learn how to be clean, all of that stuff. Etiquette, blah, blah, blah. If you get these three things, then I think if you're a young guy, you should be able to get
Pick up.
girls.
Yeah.
Well, it's not.
It's not too complicated. It's not really about what you say, this, that. No, just become.
देख ब्रो, अगर तुझे वो गेम खेलना है, if you look at it as a game, it's a game. You have to be you have to enter the game first, and to enter the game you have to be at a certain level. So the first objective is get to the level, enter first.
Yeah.
To entrance exam clear kar pehle.
Yeah.
And to clear the entrance exam, you have to be a certain way, which is clean, well spoken, have some interest, have some personality. Then theek hai, then now we'll see what happens. You will get somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of like you have to power up your abilities before you take on the beast,
Yeah.
before you take on the boss.
Yeah.
So work on powering up your abilities.
Mm.
And then the boss will naturally present itself to you.
The Rock, the final boss. Yeah.
We should go watch the episode of Raw. There's a new episode of Raw. That's out.
Raw?
Yeah, Monday Night Raw. It's Tuesday. today.
Raw on Netflix, which is not yet on Netflix
Oh man.
in India.
Ali, you want to tell him? We cheated on him.
Oh, you guys watched it already in the morning. Okay, I'll go watch it. Fuck you guys.
I didn't watch the opening segment, so I can watch that with you.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, I was having lunch and Ali was watching it already, so, and he was wearing the robe, so I was like, I'll join him.
Okay, but this was good, boys, I think. It was
Well,
Fun. Time went by quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do more of these, I think.
We need these once in a while, so just to, be on the right path.
Yeah.
To cleanse the energy.
Yeah, just stay away from the hose.
Yeah, just.
Oh God, let's see how that one goes over.
Yeah, chalo. Let's
Yeah,
go.
this was something.
That was good.
Yeah.